Hey guys, today I wanted to talk about the backpack carrier that we use for adventuring with our ferrets. I haven't actually done a review on this backpack yet, and we love this backpack. So you'll actually see in the review that it is actually very well loved, we'll call it. So this is not straight out of the box. This is actually after 4.5 years of use. So you can also see one of the things that we like about this backpack is it's very durable. We've taken it to beaches, we've taken it on long hikes, and it's been drugged through the dirt and sat in the sand, and it's still going strong. To start, I've seen this backpack listed as either an Oxford rolling backpack for pets or the Paws and Pals backpack. I'll include a link in the description below. First, I'm going to show you just the normal backpack itself, its features, things we like about it, and then I'm going to show you what we did to improve it for our ferrets. So, I'm going to go over the first 2 reasons that really drew us to this specific pet backpack. The first one was all of the extra ventilation. If you don't know, ferrets are very prone to overheating even faster than dogs or cats. So, I know they sell those really cute like plexiglass, plastic type bubble backpacks, which are super cute, but you have to be a little more cautious on when and where you take your ferrets on adventures. If it's super hot out or super sunny, the inside can get super hot, and not having enough ventilation, they can overheat quickly, kind of like the greenhouse effect. With this, of course, we still take precautions on when we take them out, but there's a lot more ventilation. So this whole front panel here is all ventilation. You have the side panel with ventilation, and the other side panel with ventilation. So this way they can definitely get airflow both blowing this way and at them this way. The next thing we really liked about this bag is not only could you carry it on your back, but you can also wheel it around because it comes with these 2 wheels on the bottom as well as a handle. And this handle squishes down for when it's on your back and just opens up like so. So that way if you want, you can actually just lug it around like a suitcase. Some extra nice features is that it has these side pockets on each side for storing things. So if they're inside, when I take their harnesses and leashes off, I store them in the side here, as well as I can keep a collapsed water bowl in there, food in there, anything I want. So these are actually pretty nice and roomy inside here. And in the 4.5 years we've had this, the only thing that has broken on it is we lost this zipper here, which this could be an easy fix by just looping like a little ring through it. I just haven't yet. But again, that's like an easy fix, and if that's the only thing that's broken in 4.5 years, I'd say that's okay. Some other really nice extra things that aren't a necessity is these little things on the side open. So you can actually open that, as well as this one. So again, if you just want to reach in and pet your little guys, this comes in handy that you can just get in and then we can just close it back up instead of having to open that really big front door. Another thing that actually is something that I wouldn't have thought to look for in the beginning is the fact that the main door, which they come in and out of all the time so they know it's an exit, is that this has 2 zippers. So I've seen some of these that have 1 zipper that just like start here, goes all the way around to open, or vice versa. What's nice about this, because it has the 2 zippers, is ferrets are very sneaky. And if they find out, so say this is closed down here, if they find out they can get their little nose in here, they could easily push that open over time. Because it has 2 zippers that can come together, you can take just like a twist tie and put that in there real quick and twist it. You can use like a tiny little carabiner and clip them together, but this keeps it so that way the ferrets can't actually push their way out of there. If this is on your back and you're the only one there, you might not know what's going on behind you. Now, normally speaking, it's always me and my husband, so if he's walking in front of me, I can keep an eye on them, but if that wasn't the case, this helps keeps them in. Again, because this is 1 zipper, if they ever figured out this could open, they could get their little noses coming out of there and could easily weasel that open. So one of the reasons why I personally don't open these, I don't want them to know that that opens, because once they know that side opens and they can get in and out, that may lead them to becoming curious on how to get out of it. Right now, we've never had an issue with them pushing on this because they don't realize it's actually an exit. Another nice feature is, besides the pulley handle here, it actually has this handle, so you can lift it this way. It has these nice legs on the bottom, so that way it actually sits upright pretty nicely. We like this because when we go on outings, if they're running around on the beach or exploring on a hike, we always keep this somewhere close by. And that way, they have actually learned that they can actually crawl back in when they're done adventuring, because after a while, ferrets do tire pretty easily, or sometimes they get spooked. They know this is a safe spot. So if it didn't have these legs, it might not sit upright as well, but this is actually really sturdy because of the bottom base, which we really like. Again, another reason we love this big front door is, again, we put this on the ground a lot for them, and because it opens all the way here, they can easily get in and out of it on their own. If it didn't open till up here, they may have a harder time getting in and out of it, which we don't like, because again, we like them to know that they have a safe place to retreat if they're tired or scared. In the bottom of this, it actually comes with this removable bottom platform, so if it gets dirty, you can pull it out and clean it, and that actually is velcroed in the bottom. In the back here, you have your typical pet backpack type hook here, so this is kind of meant if you have like a cat or a small dog in here, you can clip this to their harness. I don't use this with the ferrets because, again, I don't usually keep them in their harnesses in here, and I just don't want any accidents to happen with them getting tied up in that, so I just hide that underneath that platform that velcros down. Another nice thing that I like about this one is it actually has this metal bar in here, so you can kind of see it here and on this side, and it actually comes around the front too, so you can see this actually maintains its shape pretty well. So this way you don't have to worry about carrying them in the backpack and like the whole thing collapsing in on them and being really uncomfortable. Some other little odds and ends is it's got these weird little side pockets here. If we're going out late or something, or on a really long hike, I've thrown a flashlight in there before. Obviously you don't have a ton of room, so something really skinny can fit there. On the bottom here, this actually has this really weird attached pouch. Inside the zip pouch, you could store more stuff in here, but it actually comes with this. Now, this bag did not come with any instructions whatsoever, so I don't know for sure what this is for. Our best guess is it's meant to maybe protect the wheels. So again, if you took it to the beach and you didn't want sand stuck in there, this actually fits perfectly over there. If this is completely wrong and I have no idea what I'm doing, let me know in the comments, because this is just a guess. I've never used it before, and again, this didn't have any instructions with it, so wheel covers maybe? Alright, the next kind of odd thing about this bag is this bottom part down here. Again, it didn't have any instructions, but this actually comes on Velcro. And then this, you can see there's a gap here. And what I feel like they were maybe meant to do was maybe to make the wheel part removable, but this looks like it's actually riveted in. So these aren't actually coming off, because it also looks like this could slide out of this, again for removal. But if you look up at the top here, again, riveted in, so I don't really know. Maybe this was meant for storage. I mean, I could put like a notebook in there, you know, like something skinny or flat, and then store it. I mean, granted, it would slide out the sides, but it's there, whatever purpose it serves. Alright, so that's kind of like for the base of the bag on how it came. So I'm going to go over what we did to make it so much better for our ferrets. But before I do that, if you like this video, please definitely give a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you get notified when we do more pet videos. Alright, for what we did to make this better is our ferrets really like hammocks. We also were concerned about potty time. While we let them out a lot, normally speaking, we get them out of the bag before they have to go to the bathroom, sometimes they have accidents on the inside. And in that case, we didn't want them like sitting in the bottom if they happen to pee in there, because that's gross. So what my husband built was actually a frame out of PVC pipe to hold a hammock that would fit inside. If you're interested in actually the measurements and how we did this, I can definitely do a different video. The measurements for this are really going to only work for this backpack. So again, if you're using this as an idea for a different backpack, my measurements may not work. But let me know in the comments if that's something you guys would be interested in knowing more specifically on how we exactly made this for our backpack. So because it's a cube, it easily stands up just like so. So it had to be the right size so it would still sit in the bottom of our bag. So I'm going to actually squeeze this in here. This is the first time I've taken this out since we've made or had this, just for this video. So it is a little bit of a tight fit. Oh, actually, I always take that out. Now we're gonna squish this in here. I promise it fits. Maybe. You can watch me struggle. Oh my goodness. All right, let's try this. just gonna bring that part of the bag back over and that part of the bag back over. And I'm gonna put that back in here, right on top. So now we have our PVC frame inside the backpack. So now they have somewhere that they can actually hang in the hammock, which they really prefer. They can still go down here if they want to. Every once in a while, one of them might go down here. But we've noticed our boys actually prefer hanging in the hammock while in here, and then they can really see really well versus kind of being all piled up in a thing down there. Yes, they're all piled up in a hammock, but if you know ferrets, a lot of them really prefer that because even in their cage, they're always in the same hammock for some reason. Now, the other modification that we made wasn't so much a modification, but again, accidents can happen in there. And having to clean pee off of that cloth thing all the time, not super cool. So we got this rubber matting, and we just cut a small section off of it, and this, we just throw in the bottom of this. So we're just gonna tuck that in there. Again, some of the boys still sit on top of that, so it doesn't prevent them from sitting on it. Now, the bottom is waterproof. Again, if the pee slides off under the bottom thing, that thing can come out and be cleaned, but for us, this kind of worked a little bit better. So now if there's an accident in there, I can just take my baby wipes I always take with me when we take the ferrets anywhere, wipe it up real quick, and it's super easy to clean. That's everything we love about this bag. I would say this bag only has one downside, but for us, it's not like the end of the world. Quite frankly, we wish the straps were maybe a little more padded, a little more thicker, and it would be nice if it had a chest belt. So it's not the most comfortable thing. He who normally wears the bag. So you can see it can be a little cumbersome. Again, I think if these were just a little bit thicker maybe and a little more padding, it'd be a little more comfortable. But overall, it does what we need it to do. And again, we've had up to 4 ferrets in here, and at 2.5 pounds a piece, that is 10 pounds of ferrets. Obviously extra weight for all the little extras that we put in there with no problems.